Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing another action figure. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Jada Toys Chun-Li from Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers. And I've got to say this is a really well done figure. They keep knocking it out of the park, man. Jada Toys knows exactly what they're doing. They know what the fans want, and they're doing a really great job with this line. I'm really excited to get the Dawson and M Bison. I want to get them off of Amazon, but I don't see any listings for those on there just yet. The only listings I see are off of Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, and I don't want to be paying so much shipping for $25 figures. But yeah, I'm really excited to talk about this figure, because it's a really good release. I think, I'm not sure if it's the best, but it's probably my favorite, out of the three that I have right now. So I have, Ken and Ryu and Chun-Li, and I think Chun-Li might be my favorite, but we'll get to that, later on. Most of it is the articulation, but a lot of it has to do with the other stuff like the accessories. We'll get to that right now. But really quick question of the day: if you guys have played any Street Fighter game, which one is your favorite? I've only played Street Fighter 5 because my friend made me. And I said it before, but I suck at 2D fighting games. I'm much better at Smash Brothers and platformers and stuff like that. But yeah, I know a lot of people really like Alpha. I know some people really like Street Fighter 3. I know a lot of people don't really like Street Fighter 5 actually. But obviously, like, Street Fighter 2 is the top dog. I think it's the best selling fighting game of all time, right? Just including all the different versions that it has. So I know Street Fighter 2 has a lot of sentiment in a lot of people's hearts. But yeah, question of the day: what is your favorite Street Fighter game? If you've played any of them, you haven't, that's okay. Just put down your favorite Street Fighter character. But yeah, let's get into the review. Looking at the box, pretty standard for the Jada Toy Street Fighter packaging. It's shaped like an arcade cabinet. And I forgot to mention, they do have the respective stages. So it has Chun-Li's stage in the background, and the same for Ken and Ryu. And then it's got some art of Chun-Li on the front here. Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers, Chun-Li. And then some additional information about the character, country of origin, China, fighting style, Chinese martial arts, and then some sample poses on the back with the character selection screen. And I'm very positive this is going to be the spread of characters that they're going to be doing. I know they've already revealed some of them. I know they've revealed Sagat, I think. But they're getting ready to release the next wave, which includes Guile and Cammy and Blanca and another character. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's Vega. But then you do have some art on the sides here. And then there's nothing on the bottom. So yeah, just I have this stand. This is the Tamashii Nations SH Figure Art stand. It works just fine, actually. You can use any stand that works for you. Just see if I can get her into do a good pose. Like a neutral pose. So she does come out of the package with 2 fist hands and sort of neutral face sculpt. There we go. And I really, this figure looks, it looks really great. I really like the way the figure looks. I'll say it right now. There's one thing that I don't really like about the way the figure looks. And I've got to say it's probably the face. The face looks just a little bit too angular for my liking. I've always seen Chun-Li with a more rounder face. So this one, the faces, they look okay. They just don't look exactly like Chun-Li to me personally. I wish that it was a bit rounder. But for what it is, the faces are really well done. The heads, like in general, they're really well done. I saw in a review that these would come off, but I think they changed that because it looks like one entire piece. like the buns here on her hair. But yeah, I like the way the faces look. And you can even see the red eyeliner that she has there, so that's a really great touch. Let's put her head back on. But honestly, I have no problems with the fate. Well, no other problems with the way the figure looks. It's just something about the face seems a little off to me. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I think it's too angular. I think that's what it is. But I know the up here with the blue tunic and the top, it's all blue with painted yellow. And the paint is really well done for a $25 figure. I don't see any issues with the paint application. It's a little messy around here where it goes down to her backside, but honestly, aside from that, there's nothing wrong with the paint. It looks really great. And then I think here the boots are a separate piece from the legs. And yeah, you do get some texturing, which is honestly really great. I love that they're doing texturing for the clothes, so you can feel that she has some texture here on her top. But there's no texturing on the legs. That's okay. They're supposed to be tights, I think, and then there's no paint or anything on the boots. But yeah, aside from that, it looks really well done. And there's some paint here on the buns. I don't know if you can see it. Just grab the other head. Here on the little tassels, those look really well done too. I like the way everything looks, and the hair too. Everything is honestly really perfect. Just one thing that kind of bothers me is the face, a little bit too angular. But aside from that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10 for the paint and sculpt. So moving on to the accessory, she does come with that neutral face sculpt, and those 2 fist hands right out of the package, and then, which is pretty standard for most of these figures. She does come with a stand and effect piece, a separate pair of hands, and an extra head. So this is the extra head that she comes with. It's yelling face. It looks a little off, a bit more off than the other one, but the proportions are just fine. And then the hair is kind of sticking up a little bit more, like blowing in the wind. So that's a really great touch. I like the way this figure. I like the way the head looks. Aside from it, to me personally, it looks too angular, but it's just a little nitpick of mine. And then she comes with these karate chopping hands, which look pretty good. I like that addition. And then she comes with an effect piece for her lightning kick. It's Hyakutsakin or something like that. I don't remember exactly the Japanese name, but it's like lightning kick, something like that. But this looks really well done. It's a translucent blue plastic piece. Plastic piece. It's a soft plastic, so that works well with the stand that it also comes with. This one's a bit different from the stands that Ken and Ryu come with, and it's got a peg that goes in to the hole on the bottom here. A bit tough, but that's why it's translucent, so you can get it into poses and stuff. But yeah, this is a really good addition. I like the accessories a lot, and you can get her into the those iconic poses and everything. It's just there's one I wouldn't have minded paying a little bit more for a couple more accessories, but it really sucks that you can't do her victory pose, where she has the peace sign up. So I really would have loved a separate hand for that, and then like a smiling face, so that would have been perfect, honestly. But I get, this is kind of like a budget release for most people, but for what you get, it's a really good price. Just a couple things that I think are missing from this figure, but there's always the SH figure arts. I know they're re-releasing the Ryu and Chun-Li SH figure arts for Street Fighter 6. So yeah, there's that option if you want more accessories and stuff like that. But I've heard a lot of people saying, in terms for what you get for the money you pay, this figure is a lot better in that aspect. But for the for the accessories and everything, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10 too. There's not really anything that I'm really missing out on. I really would have loved a smiling face and a peace sign hand. That would have been perfect. But yeah, 9 out of 10 for the accessories. Really well done. So moving on to the articulation, I think this is where the figure really shines, and that goes the same for Ken and Ryu. These figures do really well in the articulation department, especially this one. That's why I say that it's probably the best. Like in the three that I have right now, I'm not sure about the other ones because I don't have those Dalsim and M Bison. But yeah, I think the articulation is where this figure really shines. So moving on, first to the head, she looks up about that much. Not so much, but just, good enough, I guess. And then moving down, she does look down a pretty good amount, and then you get some pretty good 360 movement, and then some head swivel side to side, or head tilt. And then moving on to the arms, like I've been saying for these figures, the joints are a little bit stiff, so you have to break them in. But the arms stick out about that much away from the body, which is just fine enough because Chun-Li of course uses her legs. But yeah, they stick out about that much, and she does have biceps over here under the cuffs on those shoulders. And they do go like all the way around 360. Really good movement. I really like how they found a way to work around those poofy shoulders. And then she does have those double jointed elbows, which, like I said, they're you can hear me straining a little bit there. They're a bit stiff because they are fitted joints. They work just fine, but they don't always look the best. I think the Ken figure, those joints look better on that figure. But then she does have just a regular ball hinge with a standard swivel that goes all the way around. You can get it about that high and then about that much down. And then one quick thing I wanted to note is that her spike bracelets are separate floating pieces, so just be careful with those, like when you're taking off the hands to switch them out. And then you can move them up and down if you want to get more movement, because if you have them too much, like if you have them too close to the hand, you're not going to get as much movement as you can with the hand away, or with the bracelet away from the hand. So I like that little detail that they did for this figure. And then moving on to the torso articulation, I think this is the best torso articulation I've seen in any figure, honestly. Like, look at this. That's, well, for the price range. I backtrack on what I said there. I do have figures that go down farther, but this is really good torso articulation. And then just couple that with the diaphragm, it's really good articulation. And then she gets even more going back, which is kind of crazy. And there's no gapping. Like they're doing everything right. You do get a little bit, but there's practically no gapping. That's honestly really perfect. And then going side to side, just beautiful, man. And then you can get it all the way around 360 movement. That's perfect. Really great articulation for the torso. And then just for the diaphragm going all the way down, you do get it about that much, but of course with the torso you get a lot more. So those two aspects of this figure work really well. And then going down to the legs, I think this is another really good part of the articulation. Of course, they had to do a really good job on the legs because, Chun-Li, she's all about the legs, of course. And then just going off to the side, perfect splits, no problem. And then these pieces here, they are a soft plastic or rubber piece. I'm not exactly sure. So they're not going to get in the way of your posing at all. And then she does have a thigh swivel. That's not exactly flush. It is going to stick out in some places when you have her in specific poses, but that's not going to be a problem for me personally. And then with her legs sticking up see if I can get the other one down. She does get about that much. She gets a little bit less when you have it straight forward. But getting it to the side a little bit, you do get some really good high kicks. And then you can exaggerate that a little bit more with the torso articulation. I do wish you could stick them up just a little bit more, and then you just got to be careful finagling the the legs so you don't get that gapping. But the legs work beautifully, man. They work really well done, and then they go all the way back if you really wanted to. And then you in most poses you're not gonna have a problem with the gapping here because of the tunic here, the skirt piece, whatever this is. It's gonna be covering the gapping. But yeah, that goes the same for the other leg. And then moving on to the double jointed knee. This one is a little bit stiff because I haven't broken this one in just yet. But yeah, that goes the same for both legs. Double jointed knee actually doesn't look that bad. It looks pretty flush, from the side. From the front, of course, you're not gonna get as much uniformity. But yeah, those look fine and they work really great. And then here you do get swivel at the shin area. It's just a little sticky in some places when you're moving it side to side. And then of course you do get really good feet articulation, so it goes down about that much and then up about that much, and then really good ankle rocker. I think maybe not. I think it's because of the boot design. Maybe if you get it like this, I don't know. You kind of have to figure that out on your own. I'm not exactly sure how these work. But there is an ankle rocker, just not the way you would expect, like from side to side. Standard ankle rocker, it's not there. Same for the toe hinge. There's no toe hinge for these figures, which is kind of a bummer, especially for this figure because she uses her legs a lot. But yeah, you do get really good leg articulation, which is that's all I really needed out of this figure specifically. But yeah, that's it for the articulation. Really great figure. I think I'm gonna have to give the articulation maybe an 8.5. There's a couple problems that I have with it. Of course, the ankle rocker and then no toe hinge. I'm not sure why they're opting for no toe hinges for these figures, but aside from that, it's really good articulation. 8.5. So here you can see I got her into that lightning kick pose, the one where she's doing it in the air, and it looks perfect, man. If you already have a stand, like one of these, you won't need this one. That's more for standing poses while she's doing the hyakure tsukyaku. Hyakure tsukyaku. I think that's... I can't pronounce it. I think that's the way you pronounce it. Lightning kick. I'm just gonna call it lightning kick. But yeah, this is a really well done figure. You can see here it looks really great in these super dynamic poses, and that's the best thing that you can get, and the best thing you're gonna want from a figure is its capability of pulling off dynamic poses, and this figure can definitely do that. It can do that. It's a really great job. It does a really great job at pulling off these poses. Let's see if I can get it a little bit higher. Well, there it goes. It was just fine before. There we go. That looks a little bit better. But yeah, and especially for the money that you pay for this figure, some super high-end, like $70 figures can't even dream of pulling poses like this. I'm talking about you, Zorro, the SH Figure Art Zorro. It's still a mess, man. Such a mess. Hopefully the East Blue Zorro will be better. But yeah, this is a really good figure. I really love this figure. This is probably my favorite out of the Street Fighter figures that I have, by far, especially for the money you pay. I'm gonna have to give this figure a 9 out of 10. It's a really good figure. Even if you're not like a fan of Street Fighter, I like Street Fighter, but I'm not like a huge fan of it. I've only played Street Fighter 5. Definitely get this figure. These are gonna look great on your shelf. And they're definitely gonna stick out. It's a really great figure. So that was my review on the Jada Toys Street Fighter 2 Chun-Li. Let me know what you guys think, if you have this figure or not. If it'll whatchamacallit, if it makes you buy the figure, let me know what you think. I also wanted to say thank you for 150 subscribers, I think. Like, that's insane. It was like 3 weeks ago and I barely had 70. Now it's more than doubled. That's incredible. Thank you guys so much. And thank you for all the support that I've been getting on the video I put up. My review on the Gear 5 Luffy SH figure arts. 600 views. It's probably at 700 by the time I post this video. That's insane. Thank you guys. I can't believe that, honestly. I really appreciate the support on that video. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Question of the day: what is your favorite Street Fighter? If you've played any of them, I've only played Street Fighter 5, so I don't have a say in it. But let me know what you guys think. If you've played all different versions of Street Fighter 2 and all the different different versions of each game, or if you've only played one, let me know. I'd like to talk about it. But yeah, that was my review on the Jada Toy Street Fighter 2 Chun-Li. I'll probably have more reviews up. I want to get back to doing my Full Metal Alchemist manga overview, because I've only done part 1 in the past like week and a half. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day. Peace.